what's happening around the world and what's happening here at home. A very good evening to and welcome to Weekend Primetime News. I'm Sandro Ferdinando and here are your headlines for tonight.
National Security Advisor to the Indian Prime Minister Ajit Doval, who is here on an official visit, meets President Rajapaksa. Many irregularities exposed in the process of issuing driving licenses. Meeting between the Speaker and Opposition Leader. A special committee appointed to provide relief to students subjected to ragging in universities.
First up in news here at home, India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met with President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the Presidential Secretariat today.
Ajit Doval arrived in the island this morning as part of an official tour. The President's media division said the National Security Advisor had pledged to provide $50 million to purchase equipment for security forces in Sri Lanka and support to develop the gathering of intel. During the meeting between President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Ajit Doval, the importance of reviving knowledge of the maritime zone between Sri Lanka, Maldives and India was discussed. According to the PMD, India's National Security Advisor said other regional governments should also be involved in this process. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said Ajit Doval is due to meet several senior local officers where they would discuss multiple important topics. Ajit Doval was the former chief of India's Research and Analysis Wing, more commonly known as RAW.
Another phase of the rally is organized by the United National Party to express gratitude to those who voted for the UNP in the presidential election was held in Parada today.
The rally was held under the auspices of opposition leader Sajith Premadasa. Several MPs, including Mujibur Rahman and Party leader Champika Ranawaka, attended the rally.
With the upcoming general election, we must strengthen our parliamentary powers. We have discussed with all political parties and have decided to form a broad, democratic alliance to contest the upcoming general election. We have also decided that Sajith Premadasa will lead this alliance. We cannot wait any longer. We have already made this decision. We cannot waste any more time. We have an upcoming election. We will go forward as a democratic alliance under the leadership of Sajith Premadasa. We know why we went wrong, but we will go forward. We will not give up. They spread so many lies back then, but they are now signing the MCC. The Muslim and Tamil communities voted for Sajith Premadasa and not for Sivalingam or Hizbullah in the previous election. We voted for a pure Buddhist, a clean politician, and that is none other than Sajith Premadasa. We as Sri Lankans voted for Sajith Premadasa. We hope to begin a new journey with a broad alliance that consists of talented managers, professionals and capable factions. We will empower them and provide them leadership opportunities at an electoral and divisional level. We hope to go forward as a broad alliance with a set of new policies and a new vision. You do not have to worry. We will not be divided and we will not break the trust of the people in any way. A meeting between Speaker Karu Jayasuriya and opposition leader Sajith Premadasa was held today. This was held at the Speaker's official residence in Kotte, and reports say that the meeting lasted about an hour. The discussion was held about the current state and the future of the party. Meanwhile, party leaders of the United National Front met the Speaker yesterday evening. UNP MP Chandima Gamage convened a media briefing in Doval today.
We must deliver what the people request for. A political party that fails to deliver the people's mandate will fail. The people want Sajith Premadasa. Therefore, Sajith Premadasa must be given that position. The other day, MPs and the working committee of the UNP were summoned to Sirikota upon the instructions of the party leader. There were about 75 MPs altogether, and 65 MPs were present on that day. When they were questioned as to whether a vote should take place to elect the leader, nearly 90% said yes. 52 MPs came forward and said Sajith Premadasa should be appointed as the party leader. Let's wait and see whether they will listen to us. The MPs are now prepared for anything. If they choose other alternatives, a few MPs might leave the party. We have already commenced the election campaign towards the victory of Sajith Premadasa.
The co-convener of the National People's Council, Chamira Pereira, convened a media briefing in Hatton today.
He has served as leader for almost 25 years and has been defeated nearly 24 times. Can a candidate win an election under the leadership of such an individual? The current economic crisis is aggravating and the present government does not have any solutions. The present government is trying to solve the country's economic problems by selling valuable property to multinational organizations. Therefore, what we need is a people-centered democratic and transformational political leadership. Only Sajith Premadasa can deliver this. We urge the other leaders to stop following Ranil Wickremesinghe and to immediately form a broader alliance.
State Minister Rohitha Gunadbodhana convened a media briefing in Kaluthara and spoke about United National Party leadership.
We can see there is no leader for the UNP because it's already been proven that Ranil Wickremesinghe is a weak leader who has no plan for the future of the party. So people living in rural areas also agree that there is no use of him. There is no use of Karu Jayasuriya as well. He is the type of person who swaps from one side to another. So who is going to be the next leader of the UNP? The UNP have now become stranded. We can see a big conflict being formed at Sirikota, the conflict to decide between Sajith or Ranil. We don't know when this will end. It's quite evident that it's better if Sirikota becomes a hospital at this point. Because those inside the Sirikota are all ill people. Whenever a court case arises, all UNP MPs fall sick.
Civil society is charged that the government is carrying out the conspiracy to weaken the opposition with the support of some parties.
The supremacy of the parliament was destroyed by Ranil Wickremesinghe. He helped to rob the central bank, helped them to run away to Singapore. A strong opposition has been built. In this opposition, a group including Ranil Wickremesinghe, Akale Biraj Kariwasam, Vajira Abewardena, Sagala Ratnayaka are on a mission to sabotage this. A good example is that the party leaders meeting which was held the day before yesterday where Vajira Abewardena had called Mahinda Rajapaksa. The phone conversation is circulating on social media. The country is facing a situation where they are compelled to even steal vegetables. There is a massive economic crisis. You are the one that engaged in deal politics. You have put 5.5 million lives in danger by making deals with Mahinda Rajapaksa.
Venerable Magal Khande Sudantathera convened a media briefing in Kaluthara today.
Mahindanand Alutgamage has lodged a complaint at the Colombo Crimes Division. The question is that Ranil Wickremesinghe has not yet been called to make a statement. Is Ranil Wickremesinghe afraid? Now we ask, who is this Wickremesinghe? He is simply just a parliament minister. Let's take a look at what we are trying to reveal. As we speak, there are 200 officers in place for Ranil Wickremesinghe's protection, but a parliamentarian can have only 4 officers. There's an excess of 196 officers in this case. What sort of crimes are they committing? They use the public's tax money and pay salaries to these 200 officers employed by Ranil Wickremesinghe. Apart from this, there are 17 Navy officers as well and 8 state-owned vehicles in his possession. Ranil Wickremesinghe is not the Prime Minister. He is not even the opposition leader. If this is the case, then why is he granted all these privileges? For whose benefit?
A special meeting of the disciplinary committee of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party was convened at the party headquarters this morning. The meeting was held to conduct disciplinary inquiries against certain members who extended their support to other political parties.
A spokesperson of the SLFP said MP Vijit Vijayamuni Soisa, who pledged his support to the United National Party, was summoned for the inquiry today. However, he was unable to be present as he was unwell and receiving treatment at a private hospital. The party's spokesperson added the attorney representing MP Vijit Vijayamuni Soisa had presented a medical certificate to the disciplinary committee. Accordingly, the committee had postponed the disciplinary inquiry against MP Vijit Vijay to the 1st of next month. Meanwhile, SLFP nationalist MPs Dilan Pereira, SB Disanaika and Lakshman Pabewardena, who pledged their support to the Sri Lanka Podujana Perumuna prior to the SLFP pledging their support to the SLPP, were given the opportunity to file preliminary objections today. A spokesperson said the preliminary objections filed today by the respective MPs were rejected by the disciplinary committee. Accordingly, the attorneys representing the defendants had requested the committee to provide the reasons for the rejection of the preliminary objections in writing so they could appeal against the committee's decision. Accordingly, the disciplinary committee decided to summon MPs Lakshman Pabewardena, SB Disanaika and Dilan Pereira on the 8th of February for further disciplinary inquiry proceedings. Today, Attorney-at-Law Dinesh Patrana represented MP Vijit Vijay, while Attorney-at-Law Sanjeeva Disanaika, upon the instructions of President's Counsel Ali Sabri, represented MPs Lakshman Pabewardena, SP Disanaika and Dilan Pereira. Attorneys at law Bandula Vellala and Rajitha Senaratne represented the SLFP.
Meanwhile, Senior Vice Chairman of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Professor Rohana Lakshman Piyadasa, expressed his views regarding the manner in which the SLFP is working with the SLPP.
I believe we are average members and the title of MP or minister does not matter. What really matters are the agreements established by the leaders of the party. However, we are ready to face any challenge. The SLFP has been criticized even before. We are used to criticism. We are ready to face any challenge that will come before us. We like to work as an alliance. However, if we are disregarded or not treated properly, we will find other alternatives.
State Minister of Lands and Land Development S.B. Disanaka spoke about his electorate in Hanguranketha today.
A ceremony to welcome State Minister S.B. Disanaka was held today at the Thisapula Vidyakirti Pirivana in Hanguranketha.
The SLFP group in Hanguranketha has already joined with the SLPP. So there is no Sri Lanka Freedom Party in Hanguranketha anymore. The Sri Lanka Podujana Perumana gives leadership to this country. If we consider the previous presidential election, we acquired only 127 electorates, but we needed 150. In order to increase 127 to 150, we can win 2 districts that we lost. One in Nuwara and the other is Vaunia. Nama Rajapaksa had visited Vaunia to work towards winning the electorate. They appointed me to Hanguranketha, so we can win the Nuwara district. All of us should get together and win in order to give strength to Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa.
The recording of evidence at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry appointed to look into the April 21st attacks took place today.
A suspect held by the Criminal Investigations Department was summoned to the commission today. Under the Protection of Victims of Crime and Witness Act No. 4 of 2015, the commission instructed to refrain from providing the identity and information of the victim. The recording of evidence did not take place at an open assembly today. The hearing was conducted with audio-visual technology in a manner that only the judges can see the suspect. As per the facts revealed, the suspect has held a senior position in a now-banned organization. It was further revealed that the suspect has studied in Turkey and Israel. In the year 2018, the suspect had maintained links with Zaharan. The suspect had joined Zaharan after watching one of his videos. Zaharan had approximately 150 followers at the time. The suspect had revealed that they implemented the plan for the April 21st attacks. During today's proceedings, the commission requested media personnel to leave the premises at many instances to record confidential statements.
Meanwhile, Sri Lankans have been placed on alert after a virus emerged in China and infected many.
The Ministry of Health has advised Sri Lankans travelling to China to be cautious. The Director General of Health Services, Dr. Anil Jasinghe, advised the public to be cautious when visiting public places in China and to use protective measures. However, the Director General of Health Services said that the World Health Organization has not informed the government of a travel ban on China.
If you are someone who travels in China, it's important that you stay away from highly congested public areas and to use a face mask, wash your hands and keep them clean at all times, and if the individuals have sign of fever, to get it checked immediately. This is a virus that is contracted through a person's lungs or being in close contact with a person who is infected. So it's important to be safe and to stop the spread of even general viruses.
However, although actions have been taken to caution those who travel to China, Sri Lanka is yet to see steps being taken to monitor and assess tourists arriving in the island.
Meanwhile, in local news, the police notes that an investigation is underway after Newsfirst provincial reporter Prasad Purnimal received threats after he reported of an incident regarding an unauthorized filling of a paddy field in Vennapur. His report was based on information received from the area residents.
Unauthorized filling of a paddy field in Gingway Reservoir in the Vennapur South have been taking place several times, and although the area residents have reported this to the relevant officials, no action was taken. The area residents noted that due to the ongoing filling, the Vennapur town have been experiencing floods as well.
There is no drainage system. A canal is already being built. The Pradesh Sabha has been informed regarding this filling, and likewise the Divisional Secretary has been informed of this during the Development Committee meeting. The Commissioner of Agrarian Services in Chilau has also been informed. Since there is no proper drainage system in Vennapur, the farming community has raised their concerns many times. It has been around 6 to 7 months, but action is yet to be taken. The canal was there from the lake to Dummaladeniya. These are all government lands and they have forged deeds and sold them. They fill the paddy fields and sell them.
Since a solution was not provided, the area residents then informed the Newsfirst provincial reporter in this regard. During his news coverage last evening, a group at the location had threatened him.
Media එකේද කියලා හැවුවා අහලා ඉවරලා බෙල්ලෙන් තල්ලු කරන ගහන්න මෙහාට.
Prasad Purnimal is currently receiving treatment.
I saw one person had a pistol. I asked them if there were any documents related to approvals to share it. They said they can't give such documents.
A complaint was lodged with the Vennapur police, and Newsfirst was informed that the suspect had fled the area and an investigation is underway.
Meanwhile, a fire erupted once again at the Madampite garbage dump in Grand Pass.
The Colombo Fire Brigade stated that 4 fire engines have been deployed to douse the fire. The fire was initially reported last night. The Fire Brigade states that the prevailing dry weather has been identified as the cause of the fire. Due to the ongoing water cut in Colombo, the Fire Brigade was finding it difficult to supply water to douse the fire.
The Auditor General has made a complaint stating that the necessary functions for the manufacturing and issuing of a smart driving license has not been undertaken by the Commissioner of the Department of Motor Traffic in a timely manner.
Several shortcomings within the Department of Motor Traffic was revealed during the past few days following President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's inspection tour of the department. A new Auditor General's report revealed of a major scam being carried out through the issuance of driver's license. In 2006, the department had entered into an agreement with a private institution for the development and implementation of a system for the issuance of new driving licenses. According to the agreement, the private company will develop a system to issue smart card type driving licenses and implement the system for a period of 7 years. Once 7 years are complete, the system will be transferred to the Department of Motor Traffic. Audit observations state, despite the department being aware of this, they did not recruit or train its human resources to take over the system, resulting in the price of a smart card to be at a high cost of 1,340 rupees excluding tax charges. Providing information to police officers to facilitate the supervision of drivers was one of the main objectives of developing a new smart card driving license. However, the Auditor General points out the department failed to achieve this. The Auditor General further says that the department has imposed an additional burden on the general public, as a high-quality smart card could be manufactured for a maximum price between 300 rupees and 500 rupees owing to modern technology. The audit report reveals that the department had paid the contractor a total of over 1.8 billion rupees only up to the 31st of December 2017, after the contract period was periodically extended. The initial agreement with the contract company has been extended 4 times with an increased fee charged. Approximately 102 million rupees is paid by the department to the contract company for the printing of driver's licenses every month. The Auditor General points out the department has incurred additional losses due to deviating from its initial agreement with the contract company. The report adds that the department had received many complaints over smart cards with defects during the period 2009 and 2018. Many factions had also complained over the quality of the driver's licenses and had raised questions as to whether it included features of smart technology.
A group of students of the Parada University staged a protest in Kandy today, distributing leaflets.
They also stated that the students of the Faculty of Management have not been provided with adequate facilities. Leaflets were distributed and signatures were also taken to inform the public about the current situation of the faculty.
This shortage of professors and the shortage of student enrollment at the Parada University has been in the faculty since 2014 and has been there for more than 5 years. The policies that when private universities are started, the facilities for the government universities had been cut down. We are hoping to discuss about this issue and a solution should be brought to this. We would like to tell the government, we will continue to fight until the management faculty is a complete management faculty.
Now, the government has decided to establish a committee to provide compensation to students at state universities who have been victimized by ragging. As per the powers vested upon me as the Minister of Higher Education, I had informed the University Grants Commission to form a special committee by next week to serve justice to victims of ragging at universities and to conduct a thorough and a transparent investigation onto the reasons of why they left university education and to submit a report with me before 90 days. If this report proves that these students were mentally or physically affected due to the ragging, no matter what the present law permits, we will pass the necessary laws and make sure these students are re-enrolled at the respective universities.
ඒ නීති අවශ්‍ය වෙනස්කම් පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට කියලා කරලා අපි මේ
This committee comprises of former Supreme Court Judge Dr. Salim Marshuk, former University Vice Chancellor Professor Naradavana Surya, Professor Magammana Paganananda Thero from the University of Sri Jayawardenepura, Reverend Dr. Bennett Shanta Fernando, former University Vice Chancellor Dr. Chandra Embuldenia, and President's Counsel Attorney at Law Prasanta Lal Dialvis. Masatsugu Asakawa assumed office as the 10th president of the Asian Development Bank.
Masatsugu Asakawa, while assuming duties, said, quote, "I am honored to assume the role of ADB president and to begin working in close cooperation with our 68 members. ADB has been a trusted partner of the region for more than half a century, supporting strong growth that has improved the lives of people across Asia and the Pacific. I will strive to ensure ADB remains the preferred choice of its clients and partners," end quote. He succeeded Takehiko Nakoa, who stepped down on the 16th of January 2020. In a career spanning close to 4 decades, Asakawa held a range of senior positions at the Ministry of Finance of Japan, including Vice Minister of Finance for International Affairs, and gained diverse professional experience in development policy, foreign exchange markets and international tax policy. He served as Finance Deputy for the 2019 G20 Osaka Summit and G20 Finance Ministers and Central Bank Governors meeting in Fukuoka, Japan. Asakawa served as a visiting professor at the University of Tokyo from 2012 to 2015 and at the Saitama University from 2006 to 2009. He obtained his Bachelor of Arts from the University of Tokyo in 1981 and MPA from Princeton University in 1985.
And now for the sports roundup for today.
Sri Lanka indoor cricket team, who won their first ever overseas cricket series, arrived in the island today. Sri Lanka's tour in England consisted of 6 matches and tourists won 4 matches, whilst England won 2 matches during the series. This victory will go in the record books as the first ever overseas victory for Sri Lanka in indoor cricket in their 20-year history. We practice around once a week. If we practice around 3 days a week, We have the ability to come into finals in the World Cup. We asked the officials for the upcoming Asia Cup, which is held in Sri Lanka, that they would give us the necessary support. If so, my team and I can ensure victory to bring the cup to the country.
And with that, wrap up news for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Do take care and good night.